So this is my Dark Simorgh deck. We have Darkness Simorgh, we have Dark Simorgh, Mist Valley Apex Avion, got some big birds up in here, got the Bird of Calamity and Bird of Bringing. So Darkness Simorgh, while face up on the field, this card is also a win attribute, so it's win and dark. If you tribute summon a dark or win monster, you can special summon this card from your graveyard or hand. So that's very useful. Not going to be used as much, that effect, but it's useful. When a spell or trap card or effect is activated, quick effect, you can tribute one wing beast monster and negate the activation if you do destroy the card. So since he'll be a win attribute while face up, you can tribute himself for his effect. We got Dark Simorgh, while face up on the field is also a win attribute. You can banish one dark monster and one win monster from your graveyard to special summon this card from your hand. Or you can banish one dark monster or one win monster from your hand to special summon this card from your graveyard. While this card is face up on the field, your opponent cannot set any cards on the field. So obviously combine that with anti-spell fragrance, and your opponent can't set spells and traps, so you will not be able to use any spells or traps. Mist Valley Apex Avion. He's a wing beast, but he's not a Simorgh. Once per chain, when a card or effect is activated, quick effect, you can target one Mist Valley card you control. That's very important. Return that target to your hand, and if you do, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy that card. Since he's a Mist Valley card, you can bounce him back to your hand in order to use his ability. We have Shrine of Mist Valley, which is also a Mist Valley card. You can bounce this to negate a card effect. So if you have that field spell and Mist Valley Apex Avion on the field, you can get 2 negates, one per chain. So you can bounce a field spell to negate your opponent's card and destroy it. Then if he plays another card, you can bounce Apex Avion himself for his effect, and you can get 2 negations in a single turn. Alright, Simorgh, Bird of Calamity. When this card is normal summon, you can send a Simorgh card from your deck to the graveyard. So this is how you get your Dark Simorgh or your Darkness Simorgh to the graveyard. But typically you want to get your Dark Simorgh into your graveyard, so that we can do that we could like play Monster Born, bring it back, or use Dark Simorgh's own ability to bring itself back, and then combo it with anti-spell fragrance, and of course perform a power 5 Rainbow Magicians, so that we can make it where your opponent can't use monster effects, can't activate their monster effects and can't attack, as well as won't be able to play spells, won't be able to set traps, won't be able to set monsters, so they're forced to summon monsters in attack mode. And you can just attack and kill his monsters if you set up the board right. So that's your triangle of power right there. If you get 5 Rainbow, Dark Simorgh, anti-spell fragrance on the field. So that's the main strategy in the deck. But there's other combos in here. We got Swallow's Nest. This will help you with going for game, or to help you get Apex Avion on the field if you want, because let's say you play Calamity to send Simorgh to the graveyard, then use Simorgh's ability to bring Simorgh back onto the field, then use Swallow's Nest on Dark Simorgh. That way you can bring out Mist Valley Apex Avion onto the field, and then you play the Shrine of Mist Valley, and now you'll have the ability to do up to 2 negates per turn, but you more likely will just need to do 1 negate at a time, especially if you combine it with anti-spell fragrance, because your opponent's inherently just going to set traps, so you don't have to worry about traps. Since you're forcing them to set their spells, you don't have to worry about them using spells to get past your Apex Avion. They're more likely to use a monster effect. Sometimes they need to get one monster effect off in order to play their hand. So if you use Apex Avion's ability to bounce the field spell to your hand to negate that one monster effect, you inherently will stop your opponent from being able to play their turn, and you'll just have the advantage in that regards. But if you end up in a scenario where your opponent plays another effect, then you can bounce Apex himself to stop that. Okay, Swallow's Nest. We have Mausoleum of the Emperor. By paying 2,000 life points, you can easily summon Darkest Simorgh from your hand, or Dark Simorgh, or Apex Avion. A little pricey. You'll only be able to use this field card's ability up to 3 times in a single duel, but a lot of times just that one time is enough, because you play the field spell, pay 2,000 for Dark Simorgh, set your anti-spell fragrance, good to go. But if you got also the 5 Rainbow Magician, then you're all good. Magical Mallet for consistency. Put those big birds back in the deck so you can get the little birds. You get the idea, or you can get more consistent hands. Get your combo pieces. It's like extra copies of all the cards in the deck. Anti-spell fragrance. Floodgate. Both players have to set their spells before they can use it the following turn. But in this deck, you'll just shut down your opponent from being able to play spells, period. Obviously, anti-spell fragrance is good against pendulum decks. You obviously want to have your 5 Rainbow Magician in your pendulum zone before you activate your anti-spell fragrance. Because if you have your anti-spell fragrance first, you won't be able to play your 5 Rainbow Magician. So that's important to keep in mind. Another Floodgate, red screen. You can attack, but your opponent's monsters cannot attack, and you lose 1,000, or you pay 1,000 at the end of each of your standby end phases. Red Reboot. You can negate, activate, counter a trap card, and you can play it from your hand by paying half your life points. Self-explanatory. Shrine of Mist Valley. Normally I like using Divine Wind of Mist Valley, but in this deck, Divine Wind doesn't do nothing at all other than just be a Mist Valley card that I can bounce for Apex's effect. So instead I decided to go with Shrine, because Shrine would do something extra. It won't just be just there. It would have the ability that if any of my win attribute, which would be all my monsters, all my wing beast monsters, they will all be win attribute while face up. If they ever get destroyed by a card effect, not battle but card effect, I can bring out a level 3 or lower win monster from my hand or deck onto the field, and its effects are negated. So a little bit of deck thinning. If for some reason, if somehow your opponent plays a dark hole or something, board wipes your monsters, with the field spell you could at least bring out one of your Simorgh's Calamity, or bringing onto the field to at least give you some type of defense, or at least some type of tribute fodder for the following turn. Terraforming, for some deck thinning, because it acts as an extra copy of Shrine, and acts as a 4th copy of Mausoleum. Monster Reborn, obviously you got some big birds up in here you want to be able to bring back and use over and over again. Also, good card in general. Link summoning, you can use monsters to link summon and then bring them back with Monster Reborn type stuff. You get the basic idea. We have Foolish Burial, another way of getting monsters into the graveyard, like Dark Simorgh. So a couple things you could do is you can Foolish Burial Dark Simorgh, right? Then discard Apex Avion and either another Dark Simorgh or a Darkness Simorgh, no, I said discard. I'm thinking Light Pulsar, so that won't work. I'm thinking Light Pulsar. I forget that you have to banish the monsters for Dark Simorgh's ability. Yeah, you just Foolish Barrel anything like a Dark Simorgh or Apex Avion or Darkness Simorgh, and then with Foolish Barrel and then Monster Reborn, obviously. Then you can use Swallow's Nest to swap out your Dark Simorgh for a Apex Avion or an Apex Avion for Dark Simorgh. You can obviously play Mausoleum of the Emperor, pay 2,000 and bring out any of these bad, Darkness Simorghs or Dark Simorgh or Apex Avion, and then use Swallow's Nest to swap out. You can swap out for the same copy, for the same monster with the same name. So you can use Swallow's Nest on Apex Avion to summon another Apex Avion from your deck. So that's very useful. So you don't have to worry about having a monster of a different name in order to use to use Swallow's Nest. You can just use it, swap out a Apex for another Apex, or Dark Simorgh for another Dark Simorgh, or a Darkness Simorgh for Darkness Simorgh. So the extra deck doesn't matter much. I'll just show you real quick. Linkrevo. Instead of saying their names, I'll just show you. You can read it on your own. Just some basic stuff. You can inherently figure out how to get these onto the field. This is a pretty good card in the deck. Can get really, really strong if used right. And these are some really good strong monsters. I only can record up to 15 minutes with this software, so I'm just skipping through everything real quick. Just side note, Cattle Call, really good card. Could be used in any deck that has beasts, beast warriors, or wing beasts. But specifically, the combo you want to do is you want to use this in wing beast attribute decks like Black Wings, Raid Raptors, or in this case, this Simorgh deck. Use this card on one of your wing beast monsters to bring out Raid Raptor Ultimate Falcon, which is a rank 10 dark monster, and you'll be able to summon number 77, the 7 Sins on top of that. So this is a really good way of getting a nice 4,000 beat stick off of a simple 2-card combo, a Cattle Call, and any wing beast. And it also has the ability that if it would be destroyed by battle or card value, you get detached material, so it's not destroyed. So it's good against the triple dark hole we have in Yu-Gi-Oh right now because of the ban list. So having 4,000 can't just be dark hold. It's always good. In general, really good card, and it's something you can consider. It's just by throwing in Cattle Call, you can have a way of getting a nice 4,000 beat stick, which can help you win games. Obviously, 4,000 2 times game, and that'll be the end of the video.